Hello guys, welcome to Coaches. By watching this video, you'll be able to play chess as a beginner in 7 minutes. Please do hit the like button and subscribe for more chess related content. Orientation of the board is very important in chess. Always place the board as shown in the figure. The bottommost left hand square should be a darker one. Now you know the way of positioning the board. The next step is to take either white or black chessmen and give other to your opponent. Now let us start with the arrangement of chessmen on the board. Remember that the white king should be placed on the darker square and vice versa. After placing the king, place the rooks at the bottommost squares on either side. Keep the knights beside the rook and then place the bishop. Now place the queen in the vacant square and arrange the pawns in the second row. If all the chessmen are placed correctly, they'll face each other. This is exactly how a board looks like before starting the game. Now, let us start with the movement of pieces. Starting with the rook. Rook moves as many squares as possible, either horizontally or vertically. It captures any pawn or piece which comes in its way. Now, coming to the movement of bishop. Bishop moves in the diagonal only. It may move to the next square on the diagonal or up to the last square on the diagonal. Bishop placed on the light square moves only in the light square, and bishop enthroned at the dark square moves only in the dark square. Bishop captures a pawn or piece on its way. So the next one is the queen. Queen is the most powerful piece in the game of chess. It can either move horizontally, vertically or diagonally from one end to the another. Precisely, it can move like both rook and the bishop and captures the piece or pawn on its way. Now, coming to the movement of knight. Knight can jump over other chessmen. It moves in the L shape. It moves in either two vertical steps or one horizontal step or vice versa. A knight in center may reach 8 squares. So coming to the strange movement of pawns. A pawn may move only 2 squares forward at his first move and then only 1 square thereafter. Pawns once moved cannot be moved back, but it can move diagonally to capture opposite piece or pawn. The king is very important, but his movement is just restricted to 1 square on any way. Only once in the entire course of the game, the king may jump 2 square for castling. So, what is pawn promotion? On reaching the last rank, a pawn can be promoted to a queen, rook, knight or bishop, and it cannot be promoted to a king. What is an en passant? The pawn capture which occurs in the 3rd and 6th rank due to the initial movement of the pawn to the 4th and the 5th rank respectively is called as an en passant. So coming to the castling. Castling is a special move wherein a player can move his two pieces simultaneously. Castling may be done on the queen side or on the king side. Once the king is moved, the right to castling is lost. Likewise, if the rook is moved, then also the right to castle is lost on that side. A check is a threat to a king which cannot be ignored. There are 3 types to escape from a check: moving the king away from the checking piece to a safer square, or block the checking piece, or to capture the checking piece itself. So coming to checkmate, or usually called as a mate, is a position in which a king has no escape from the attacking opposite chessman. Once the king is checkmated, the game is said to be lost. Stalemate is the position in which the king cannot be moved while not in check, and in this condition, the game is said to be drawn. So, what is draw by threefold repetition? Sometimes checks repeat and the king's move may also repeat. Any repetition thrice declares the game as drawn. This is called as threefold repetition. To mate the king, certain minimum forces are required. With a king and a knight, or with a king and a bishop, one cannot mate the opponent's king. Similarly, with 2 knights, the king cannot be mated. In such conditions, the game is said to be drawn. Do watch these sample games for understanding the game better. Thank you for watching the video till the end. Feel free to share this video to your friends who are interested in learning this amazing board game of chess.